In China, there is a growing trend where rich men choose not to marry, while many educated, successful women struggle to find husbands. This situation has created a sense of panic among single women, often called leftover women.
I am a successful woman with a high salary, a luxury apartment, and a perfect face. I have spent years building my career, perfecting my beauty, and maintaining my independence. Yet, despite all my achievements, I cannot find a Chinese man worthy of marriage. The men I meet are never good enough. If they are rich, they lack intelligence. If they are smart, they are not handsome. If they are handsome, they are not ambitious. And if by some miracle they have all these qualities, they are already married or too arrogant to appreciate a woman like me. I refuse to lower my standards. Why should I? I have worked hard to be where I am. I deserve a man who is richer than me, taller than me, more educated than me, and more successful than me. He must have a perfect body, a flawless family background, and a personality that matches mine exactly. He must adore me, but also command my respect. But such men do not exist, or if they do not want me. They prefer younger women, simpler women, women who do not challenge them. They are intimidated by my success, my confidence, my refusal to pretend to be weak.
Rich Chinese men often delay or avoid marriage because they have more freedom and choices. With wealth, they can enjoy life without the responsibilities of a family. Many prefer to focus on their careers or personal interests rather than settling down. Some also fear that marriage will bring financial risks, such as divorce, which could cost them money and time, with court being favoring women in most cases.
I cannot find a man who meets my standards. The men I meet are all poor, lazy, and beneath me. They drive cheap cars, live in small apartments, and don't even make enough to afford a single Hermes bag. How can I respect a man who earns less than me? I deserve someone who can buy me diamonds without blinking, who owns multiple properties, and who flies first class without checking the price. These men are weak. They take me to dinner at ordinary restaurants and expect me to be impressed. One even suggested splitting the bill. Can you believe it? I work hard to maintain my beauty. My skincare alone costs more than their rent. Yet they offer nothing but mediocrity. No ambition, no wealth, no style. I refuse to settle. I would rather stay single forever than lower my standards for a man who can't even afford a private jet. Chinese men need to step up. Until then, I will keep waiting for a real man, one who is rich, powerful, and worthy of me. Anything less is a waste of my time.
She sounds exhausting. Instead of blaming men for not being billionaires, maybe she should reflect on why no one, no matter how rich, would tolerate that attitude. Money can't buy class, and her arrogance is proof. A truly successful person doesn't measure worth by bank accounts alone. Maybe if she valued character over credit limits, she wouldn't be so lonely. I have chosen not to marry. Many people ask me why. The truth is simple. I don't trust that women love me for who I am. They see my money, my cars, my houses, and suddenly they are very interested. But I wonder, if I had nothing, would they still care? I have met many beautiful women. They smile, they laugh at my jokes, they act sweet, but I can see it in their eyes. They are calculating. They ask about my business, my investments, my properties. They want to know how much I spend, how much I have. They don't ask about my dreams, my fears, or what makes me happy. Once, I pretended to be poor when I met a woman. I wore simple clothes, drove an ordinary car. She lost interest quickly, but when she found out the truth, suddenly she was full of love and affection. That proved everything to me.
I am a successful woman. I have degrees from top schools, I work in a big company, I earn more money than most men. But now, I am alone, and I regret everything. When I was young, I thought education was everything. I studied hard. I got the best grades. I refused dates because I had no time. My parents said, "Focus on your future." So I did. I thought love would come later, but later never came. My career took off. I bought my own apartment. I traveled the world. But at night, my home is silent. No husband, no children, just me and my achievements. I rejected good men because they weren't perfect. Not tall enough, not rich enough, not ambitious enough. I thought I deserved the best. But the best men married younger, softer women, women who didn't intimidate them. Now my friends are married. They complain about their husbands, their children, their messy lives. But they have something real. I have promotions, I have awards, and I have loneliness. I wish I had known no degree can warm your bed, no salary can hug you at night. I was so proud, so independent. Now I see I was just afraid to need someone, afraid to be vulnerable. If I could go back, I would tell my younger self, don't chase perfection, chase love, before it's too late. But now, it is too late, and all I have are my regrets.
She chased the wrong dreams. She thought success meant money, degrees, and pride, but forgot the warmth of a shared life. Now she blames her ambition, when the truth is simpler. She feared love more than loneliness. A strong woman doesn't regret her education or career. She regrets not having the courage to balance both.
At 35, I finally see the truth. I was too proud, too picky. I rejected so many good men because they weren't perfect. I wanted someone tall, rich, handsome with a big house and a luxury car. He had to be romantic, strong, and satisfy all my desires. But time passed, and no perfect man came. My friends married ordinary men who aren't rich or tall, but who love them. Now they have children, warmth, and happiness. And me? I have money, but no one to hold me at night. No one to whisper sweet words or fulfill my deepest needs. I was foolish. I thought I could wait forever for the ideal man. But life doesn't work that way. Now I see men my age married to younger women, and I am alone. My body aches for touch, for passion, but there is no one. I regret my arrogance. I should have accepted a good man, even if he wasn't perfect. Now I understand. Love isn't about flawless conditions. It's about warmth, companionship, and desire shared with someone real. If I could go back, I would lower my standards. I would choose a kind heart over a perfect resume. Because now, no amount of success can replace the emptiness of a cold bed. Let me tell you about the disappointment that walks on two legs. The men I meet are nothing but mediocrity wrapped in arrogance. They think their half-decent job and a rusty car are enough to impress me? I laugh. I own my apartment. My designer bags cost more than their monthly salary, and my IQ is higher than their credit score. They say I'm too picky. Of course I am. Why would I lower my standards for men who can't even match my ambition? They want a wife who cooks, cleans, and worships them while they contribute nothing but laziness and entitlement? No, thank you. I'd rather stay single than waste my life babysitting a grown man who still needs his mother to remind him to wash his socks. And the audacity. They call me leftover, as if I'm some expired meal they didn't want. Newsflash, I didn't want them either. I'd rather be untouched, pristine, than settle for a man who brings nothing but his fragile ego to the table. They fear women like me because we don't beg for their approval. We don't need it. So, to all those men who think I should be grateful for their attention, keep dreaming. I'd rather be alone than trapped with someone who can't even meet the bare minimum.
She sounds like the kind of woman who blames the ocean for being wet. If men are so beneath her, why does she spend so much energy raging at them? Maybe the problem isn't that no man meets her standards, but that her standards are a flimsy excuse to avoid admitting she's just as lonely and flawed as the rest of us. High heels and a high salary don't make you superior, just taller and richer. The real tragedy? She's built a throne out of her bitterness and now has to sit on it alone.